And Gluto, I think at this point is the #1 seed, if I remember correctly, after all the drops. So I'd be very, 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 very surprised to see Solari, Glutonny go down in pools.
Yeah, but let's see how this ends up playing out. I feel like this is going to be such an explosive matchup. Gluto reacting to the goal, but just not knowing which direction it was going to go. So not going to be able to find a hit out of that quite yet. And you, as Chrom, you need to have your punishes on point, especially when fighting a player of Gluto's caliber.
Yep, okay. Yeah, and this is one of those things, too, like where Gluto is constantly setting up for that next X chase. It's always about learning where your opponent likes to roll from, and it's one of those things where it just makes him such a dangerous player, is the fact that eventually he figures you out.
I'm just running right back to goal distance just in case that Gidy wanted to go for like a last-ditch effort to get back onto the stage. Is going to be able to do so, but then there it is. That's a down tilt into the F tilt. Not going to kill quite yet.
Oh
and
my
what
God.
an edge guard. That nice little shove. You just threw out your most active hitbox.
Just the gentlest
dies. Yeah. I love those. It's like just pushing them down.
Mm-hmm. A little kiss on the forehead as you're forced to SD.
And like an angel's kiss. And then it's gone.
And except it's Wario and
Yeah.
his size 11 boot.
Hey, listen. That's a kiss in of itself, okay?
Hey, whatever you're into, Dara.
Gluto. Just going to be ledge trapping Gidy for quite a bit. Getting a good amount of damage onto the board. I'm trying to keep my composure. I like that bit of a mix-up and going for like the delayed down B, which might have shielded Gilkin. What was that? That was the most like stuttered and delayed jab block I'd ever seen.
I swear to God, my brain melted watching that. Like, it just went, jab, down to.
You sound like Bob Ross. We call that the Bob Ross. I don't know who's we, but that's what we do now. I also really like how Gluto's been really creative with some of the recovery mix-ups and just stalling as much as possible. Actually calling out Chrom on the neutral layers, which guys that didn't trade at all.
Wow,
and the
okay.
release up B to continue to edge guard. That was amazing stuff. That was so fun.
Credit where credit is due to Gidy. Like, they've managed to rack up a pretty
you're
decent
dead.
amount on Gluto. It just doesn't matter. You're dead. Oh, no, not
I
quite.
thought that would have been like a double jump off or something
Me
along
too.
those lines.
Me too.
Not quite yet, it seems, but oh.
There it is. And there it is. Like, that's what we're talking about, right? Like, he was learning the roll habits, trying to get an idea of where they were going for. Yeah, Gluto is, here's my great insight for the day. Gluto's very good at this game.
Oh yeah, Gluto. I would say is a top player.
I would say so.
IMO.
Maybe top 5 in the world.
By the way, this is one of the most common common.
He's no Tony
cliches.
Z-Tank, chat. He's no Tony Z-Tank, but he is a very good player.
Us calling top players good at this game is one of the most common commentary cliches. We need a whole bingo card of them. Nice back here, that's old, that's outdated.
That's the center
10 years
stage.
ago.
No, that's the center. That's the free square.
That's a free square. But if we say, you know, oh, MK Leo, yeah, he's pretty good at this game. That's you got to check that off.
It's one of those things where like you eventually have to get to the point where it's just going to need commentary shot callers, and every time you say something like that, it just gets zapped.
Yeah. You guys don't know this.
Why did you go to FD? Why did you go here?
Gluto's just having a field day right now, just getting so many hits out, recognizing that they would not be able to get an edge guard at that point, dipping down there, forcing the low recovery. That was so dangerous. That was so scary for Wario to do that.
Good news for Gidy, he's not going to get 0 to death. Never mind, he's going to get 0 to death.
He's going to get at least one hit. And oh my goodness, Gluto just waiting. And here it is, finally the 7.5% tries to finish it off with an up air, but the neutral are going to be trading with the F tilt because, you know, there's like a big old blind spot in Chrom's legs and feet and body. So you really just got to make sure your spacing on that is on point.
And now Gluto's like, yo, what's up? Come fight me.
Oh, that was like such a good grab. Gluto's just waiting for this big opening once again, but now, all of a sudden, I feel like every single time that Gidy's in the air and wants to go through the falling aerial, Gluto's somehow catching them, like, always just a little step before, it was always trading.
And it's so interesting because, like, in so many games, Wario's biggest problem is those stubby aerials, and yet Gluto has just kind of found a way to bob and weave around everything.
Yeah. Gluto's just spacing themselves so well, just playing back a little tiny bit. This is looking really tough for Gidy, but they need to find a down tilt. They find it. Is this going to be the edge guard? Not quite. I feel like you could jump out there with a counter.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where, like, you're playing against Gluto on stream. That's stressful enough to then try to say, all right, I'm going to call out your recovery, even as obvious as it might have been in that situation. It's so scary for that, the opposing player.
And Gluto's just still constantly mindful of that, mixing up the recovery, finds the F tilt. That's not going to kill across the stage, but the next hit will do so. Can't make this back.
Easy. Easy.
Gluto has the good recovery float shot punish on Gidy. Just like waits for the right position, and then either gets like a down or a point. That's all it takes.
Well, and like I said, like Gluto's one of those players, world travel, like has experience in all the matchups, but like, you know, when I think of Chrom Wario, I think of Mr. R and Gluto. Like it's something like he's played the elite level talent of this character.
Wow.
And Gidy struggling a little bit, I mean, and understandably so. Like there's a reason why Gluto is now the prohibitive 1 seed in this tournament. It is going to be very tough for anybody to upset this incredible Wario player.
I like, but I gotta say, Gidy has just been finding a whole lot more hits right now. They've been playing a whole lot safer. That time around does tech roll out. Gluto was ready for it though. I mean, honestly, the tech chases have just been immaculate. Waft is still on deck, so that is something you have to be constantly mindful of. I don't know if that side B was intentional. They dipped off stage.
Still fine. Oh my god.
What? You what? What was that? GG's, by the way. Shake my hand.
Shake my hand.
Shake my hand.
Shake my hand.
Shake it.
What do you do? What do you do? I mean, you just get farted on sometimes. Which, listen, I mean, if that's what you're gonna do, like, you know, your business. But like, I don't think Gidy was. I don't think Gidy was.
That entire thing just was like, damn, that sucks. Because that F tilt